Okay, politics aside itself, let's not talk about the left or the right. We're not going to talk about policies, why Donald Trump's the best and nobody else matters. We're not going to talk about border security. We're not going to talk about anything. We're not going to talk about race. We're not going to talk about who makes up the most crime. We're not going to take up their time to tell you why the wall should be built. Here's what I'm going to fucking ask, though. This message is for Nancy Pelosi, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Elizabeth Warren, the entire corrupt, dirty Democratic Party, and all of Congress and all of government combined. I have one fucking question for you in many different ways. Here we go. So let me ask you, Congress. You want to implement socialism. So let me ask you something. Are you willing to go into the 70 to 90% tax bracket? Are you willing to give up all the millions of dollars that you embezzled and stole and took from other people over the years and go into a 70% tax bracket for all the money that you took and give it back to the people that you owe it to? Are you willing to give up your home, knock down your walls, give your guns away, empty your fucking guns, all your bullets, also give up your Second Amendment rights, give up your fucking security? Are you going to do that for the American people? Are you going to stop using your security? Are you going to stop carrying your guns? Are you willing to give up your security rights? Are you willing to give up your security for your home and being unlisted? So illegal immigrants of all colors and races, nationalities, genders, all walks of life, as the great Donald J. Trump says, are you willing to give all that up so immigrants, MS-13, gang members, murderers, criminals, rapists, drug cartels, everybody, are you willing to let them into your home? Are you willing to let them into your children's home? And when I say your children, your grown children, are you willing to do that? Are you willing to let these people into your home? Are you willing to let radical Islamic terrorism come into your home and have sex with your kids and have kids with them? Are you willing to let people have kids with your kids and then abort them? Are you willing to do all that, Congress? You want to tell us how to live our fucking lives. Are you willing to do that for the American people? Are you willing to give 70 to 90% of your earnings back to America to implement socialism? Because that's what socialism is. Are you willing to give up all your rights that you want to take away from us and live the same way we are? Are you willing to do all that? Ask yourself that question. Is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez willing to give 70 to 90% of the $10 million supposedly she just got for a documentary? Is she willing to give the money back that she took being a capitalist when she was a bartender, incompetent that she was in New York? Is she willing to give the half of the percentage or 70% of the $560 she had that night when she gave $50 to the waitress? Is Elizabeth Warren willing to give up all of her millions of dollars and open the doors to all the illegal immigrants, gang members, drug cartels, rapists, murderers, child molesters that are crossing the borders at an alarming rate of all colors, races, genders, all walks of life? Are they willing to open up their houses? Is Nancy Pelosi willing to open up her home and knock down her walls and give up all of her security to let these people in? So ask yourself, Congress, ask yourself, government, ask yourself, so-called speakers of the House, are you willing to do all this? Are you willing to live the socialism life that you want to implement on the American people? Everybody knows you have an agenda to destroy America. Everybody knows what's going on. We're not stupid. We know that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was put there to be a distraction. It's not that we fear you. You know what we fear? We know that there's an agenda against America to eliminate 2/3 of the population and take over and create what they call the New World Order. So instead of trying to tell us what to do, let us live our lives by our constitutional laws. Let us keep our freedom. You fuck off and go and do your own lives and leave us alone. We don't need your help. We don't want you involved in our system the way it's been working just fine for the last several years. We don't need you implementing policies on us that have never been before. We don't need you bringing back slavery like you took away we don't need you bringing slavery back like we took away years and years ago. We don't need you creating a new Holocaust because you want to create new world order. We don't need you taking away our money and turning us into Venezuela and taking away our food and our rights and our homes and implementing taxes on us. And here's the thing, once again, are you willing to do all that with your families? Are you willing to make your kids pay 70% tax brackets? Are you willing to pay 70%? Are you willing to give all that money that you earned back and the money that you stole? I could ask this question over and over and over again. So ask yourselves again, Congress, are you willing to give up the guns? Are you willing to give up your security rights? Are you willing to give up your freedom of your home and open your doors to all of these people? Are you willing to do all that? Are you willing to give up your great health care and your great benefits that you have and all the other luxuries that you have being a government person, Congress person, have you? Are you willing to do all that? If you're not willing to do all that, which we know you're not, stop trying to lie to the American people, telling us one thing and doing another. We're sick of it. Okay, this is why you're not going to win in 2020. You are not going to take away our freedom and our rights. You are not going to step all over our Constitution. We know that you want a civil war. We know that you want to implement problems and terror upon us. We know that you want these criminals here because you know that you're losing the Black Latino vote and, of course, the American people vote, since you like to break it up, which we all are American, regardless of what color, gender, whatever we are. As long as you're a legal citizen, it doesn't matter who you are. So since that's all getting split up, and now you have the Black Party and the White Party and the Hispanic Party, and even some of the Islam people that are good Islamic people in this country, not that follow the ideology or are for radical Islamic terrorism, that's the other question. Are you willing to let radical Islamics into your home, Congress, and government? Are you willing to feed them, clothe them, give them refugee cash so we don't have to pay it out of our paychecks? Are you willing to let them have 8 children, which are underage kids? I guarantee you're not. Are you willing to follow Sharia law yourselves? No, of course not. So why are you pushing it on the American people? You got an agenda, and we the people are going to stop it, and we will stop at nothing. All we fear is that you're trying to take away our rights and our freedom and then eventually want to eliminate 2/3 of the population. That's all it is. There'd be no other reason for you to say we don't want a wall, we don't want security, we don't want you to have guns, we want you to go into a higher tax bracket. You want to starve us to death. Well, we're not going to turn into Venezuela. We're not going to be a socialist country. So again, ask yourself, Congress, are you willing to do any of this stuff? You're losing the vote because Donald J. Trump is not part of the establishment. That's why everybody is hating on him. And it's scary because it shows that there's a bad agenda against this country. People like Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Bill and Hillary Clinton, and all these Democrats, liberal, snowflake, demented Democrats are trying to take over this world and think, well, since we don't have the black vote anymore, we don't have the white vote, we don't have the Hispanic vote, and soon we're going to lose also the Middle Eastern vote. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll bring in more people that don't know what's going on in this country. They're illegal. And we'll bring them in and we'll break the laws and give them rights to vote so we can control the country forever. Guess what? We're not going to let it happen. But we know that's what you're up to. I really hope people watch this video and wake up. See, I didn't have to go into the schematics and the policies of why this is wrong, this is right, that's right. I told you exactly like it is. Share this video with everybody you know, wake some people up, and let's get them in 2020. Let's win all 50 states, all 50, including DC.